So that means it's actually open at depth. Very, very important. So there's the potential could be, thicker than 80 meters that we've seen so far. Now, the other thing is that, we have intersected a couple of cycles, potash cycles here, potash layers, that we have not seen in our other previous holes. And that's another important thing. So that means that actually potash thickness overall in this part of the project may be actually much better than what we've seen so far.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Farhad Abasov. He is the chairman of Millennial Potash. And Farhad, it's always great to see you. How are you?
Doing very well, Steve. Great to see you too.
Yeah, so big news out from the company putting out a drill hole BA006. And this was at the north target of your project and really showed some incredible numbers. So let's take a step back here before we talk about the numbers and just talk about the drilling program in this north target.
Sure, Steve. So you remember this is our phase 3 drill program. We started a couple of months ago. And this is the first time we're stepping out of the area that we had drilled in 2024 and then we drilled in 2025. So the basically from the area that had seen some historical exploration. So now we're actually about 4 kilometers to the west or southwest of the nearest hole that we drilled in the past. And this was a very, very important hole, Steve, because the idea is to move closer to the coast. First of all, obviously to find out what we have there, but also be closer strategically because we're planning to have our big deep water port over there as well. So we're really looking forward to the results of this hole, and finally we got them, and they're really exciting. This incredible that we'll talk about in more detail, but it has the huge importance for us on many accounts. Not just from geological perspective, but also, of course, has a strategic significance for us as we go forward.
Yeah, so the number's pretty clear. I mean, it basically the potash that you're looking at started around 332 meters and then continued. So tell us about the numbers and why that's so significant.
So, Steve, a few things. First, this has proven that this particular drill hole proved that there is potash extending southwest. So 4 kilometers, as I said, southwest of drill hole number one. So that is very important. And we have drilled actually quite thick potash already. So we say 80 meters of potash there. Now, there's another very important element to it or aspect to it is that, we did not drill through all of the potash cycles. So we actually stopped at around, roughly, less than 700 meters or 650 or something because we had some issues with the drill rig. So we're revamping it now, enhancing it so that we can actually go deeper than that in other holes and potentially even come back and drill this even deeper as well, because we basically finished the hole in potash itself, in a potash cycle. So that means it's actually open at depth. Very, very important. So there's the potential could be, thicker than 80 meters that we've seen so far.
Mm.
Now, the other thing is that, we have intersected a couple of cycles, potash cycles here, potash layers, that we have not seen in our other previous holes. And that's another important thing. So that means that actually potash thickness overall in this part of the project may be actually much better than what we've seen so far. As you know, it's already one of the thickest potash projects in the world, but here we see even more promise, more potential going forward. Now, one other thing that is important is the location again, is that, with the whole idea was, behind this phase 3 is to actually drill more to the west because that's going to be much closer to the port that we're planning to build there. So the deep water port is going to be about 40 kilometers from our previous hole, so to speak. And now this is going to get us closer. And if we do find enough potash in this part of the project, so basically the plan is actually to build our first production center here. So around this area. So that is why this is such an important discovery for us at this point.
So obviously lots of data that you're getting out from this hole and the rest of the drill program, that's going to be pushed into a mineral resource estimate. That's going to be an update coming up. So talk to me about, you're still on plans for that and also the definitive feasibility study?
Yes, so we're doing the full feasibility study or definitive feasibility study now, Steve. So we've added actually more to the team, to the consulting team as well. So there are a couple more groups that have joined the whole work so that we can actually expedite the program. So it is still on track to be completed by the end of the year. At the same time, we're pushing forward, obviously, the MRE completion too. So, so the idea is actually to do the whole 7 and 8 and then just include them in the MRE so that we can actually incorporate that into our feasibility study before it's released later this year, early next year. So So it's still on track, and hopefully that will be all done so that actually during the feasibility study we can look at potential production start in this part of the project as well. So in
All right.
addition to that, of course, Steve, we're doing also environmental and social impact studies. So a lot of programs ongoing right now.
Yeah, lots of work going on and obviously becoming fruitful as well. So, Farhad, thank you so much. Really good update. Congratulations on this hole. We look forward to our next conversation. Okay.
Thanks so much, Steve.
All right. Good to see you. There's Farhad Abasov. He's the chairman of Millennial Potash.